Cody No Love Garbrandt here ahead of your fight with Xiao Long at UFC 326 on Saturday. Cody, I've been waiting a minute to ask you this question. You once said on a podcast that Paddy Pimblett is a sorcerer.
Oh, man.
How did it finally come to your attention that he said Scouser, not sorcerer?
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, I sympathize. Like, I get it. It's a hard accent.
Super hard accent. So I thought this was. I'm like, hey, okay, I get it. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like Harry Potter. I'm like, it's awesome. You know. But yeah, that went viral, and it still goes viral. I think TNA always post it, and I'm like, so it was a crack up. You know.
Was that how you found out?
Yeah.
Stuff? Like
I just found out from the internet. You know, you find everything on the internet. I'm like, oh man, like. I just laughed.
Hardest man interview.
I
truly hope. Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Let's break down this fight a little bit. Where would you say, and looking and preparing for Xiao Long, where is he the most dangerous? Where is he going to push you, and vice versa? Where are you going to give him the most problems?
You know, I think for him, he has nothing to lose in this fight. You know, he's fighting a former world champion myself. I've been in with the best of the best. I don't think that he has anything that I've never seen before, that I haven't been prepared for. For me, it's just be on my game plan. Stick to the game plan, stick to what I do best, and it'll be an easy night for me. He is dangerous. He throws everything with malicious intent to kill you, and so do I. So the fans are going to be into a great fight on Saturday until I decide to knock his lights out.
I saw that you were training with Olympic medalist and WBO lightweight boxing champ Keyshawn Davis. Where are we going to see that most applied in this fight? What did you pick up there?
Oh, you know, Keyshawn's the top of his food chain. You know, it was great to mix it up with him. We, you know, come to the gym. He's a great human, great team behind him. Very successful. I'm very excited for him and what he has coming up. He comes and trains at my boxing gym with Ben Stanoff's gym in Nemea Boxing here in Vegas. So it was great. You know, we just did some shadow sparring, footwork and things like that. But I've really been getting back to my roots of boxing and the finer details of the boxing science, also with the wrestling. You know, what got me to where I was at, the love for wrestling, the love for boxing, and then blending that together into my style and how I fight.
Where or why do you think you started maybe losing that love or attention on those aspects of the game?
I have no idea. You know, I feel like after I became a world champion, it wasn't what it was all cracked up to be. The love for it wasn't. It was more of a business than rather going in there and, you know, being an underdog, climbing up the mountain, becoming a champion. That's what I've always was on the hunt for so long. And was able to attain that goal. Very thankful that I did that. But the set other goals, lofty as the world championship was, it wasn't all cracked up to be. It dealt with some injuries, some personal things. You know, so for me, it was really kind of just like drown out the noise, getting back to what I love. And I grew up wrestling, you know, got back to the wrestling grind. I grew up boxing, grew up fighting. So get back to that, you know, funness of being a martial artist, you know, per se. I never grew up in a dojo or, you know, bowing to a sensei. So for me, I grew up street fighting, boxing, and wrestling. You know, we do that, you know, during the week, and then, you know, go, you know, have a sanctioned fight on the weekend. And so for me, just getting back to the love of it, you know, and the lifestyle of being a martial artist. You know, I think that's something that's super important. Eat, sleep, live it.
I hate to even take it there because I think you have a lot of reasons to be confident heading into Saturday, but naturally one person will win, one person will lose. What kind of questions would you need to start asking yourself if things don't go your way this Saturday?
Yeah, you know, if things don't go my way on Saturday, you know, it's like, where do I go from here? You know, as a human, you're always self-doubt, you know, but this preparation, my confidence, my conditioning, my skills that I've been honing, and this camp has been amazing. So for me, it's excitement. You know, there's no doubt in my mind. I go out there and do what I need to do and what I've been preparing for, that I'll get the win against Xiao.
Cody, you're pretty covered up today, but I think people can still tell you have quite a few tattoos.
Yeah.
What compels a man, even a fighter, to get an armpit tattoo? I have so many questions. Ow.
Yeah.
Why?
2 armpits. I got both of them done.
Why?
Yeah.
Of all the places.
Yeah, I just was running out of real estate, you know. I was running out of room, and I was like, I'm going to get the armpits done. I'm going to, after the fight, get the whole full front done, and then after that, I just got to get my ass cheeks done, so I'll be completely covered.
What's the most painful one? Is it the armpit?
I would say the armpit. Armpit was it was more of an uncomfortable position to be laying in, and I think the recovery, being in that position for so long, and then just the soreness of it.
My old man shoulders at age
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Imagine.
My shoulder. I couldn't lift my arms up for, like my girl had, the second skin to help it, heal faster. She was taking it off for me. The first 2 nights of sleep, where I didn't sleep, I couldn't get comfortable. So yeah, I'm glad that parts are done.
Good luck with the ass tattoo. Though.
Yeah, right. I heard that's even worse.
This card is headlined by Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. Very quickly, could I get your Mount Rushmore, your 4 BMFs of all BMFs in UFC history?
BMFs of all BMFs. Oh man, there would have to be a lot more list of just 4 candidates, but obviously Max Holloway's up there. I mean, that guy's a fighter's fighter. So is Charles Oliveira. I mean, those guys answer the call whenever they need to go out there and always perform. You see them at the highest of highs and lowest of lows on both ends of wins and losses, and just their competitiveness to go out there and continue to fight after what they've obtained in their career, monetary value that they have and gained through the UFC, to be going out there and still loving it and enjoying these matchups.
You and Sean O'Malley famously tried to kick off an impromptu face-off at a UFC press conference. Dana and security weren't that excited to see it play out. Would things have stayed professional if you guys got it? It looked like you two guys. I thought it was going to be professional.
Yeah, of course. I would love to fight Sean. I'm trying to get him to wrestle me in the RAF next month. So he's watching this. Have his team reach out. Yeah.
What's Arman Saryukian doing? I love that. He's such a nice guy.
It's great. Yeah, hey, wrestling's wrestling. It's it's one of the most physically dominant sports in the world. It's happens. Obviously not strikes and stuff, but you're wrestling. It's a beast inside there, and it was great for the sport, great for RFA. Went viral. It was they're holding great shows, great ambiances at the card. So I'm excited to go out there and compete.
Sugar Sean, let's see what you got to say. Last one, I'll let you go here, Cody. You've had a few of them. What's the wildest thing an opponent has ever said or done to you in a face-off, trash talk? It could even be someone you weren't fighting, but just what's the craziest encounter you had with someone?
I would say probably on the Ultimate Fighter.
I was worried you were going to. I was hoping to get another answer.
Yeah,
but yeah,
me and Connor got into it. His teammate, David Timor. Yeah, he was at this point, I was in fight mode. I don't even register what he was saying. He said something about clean your underwear, or something. I had no idea what he was saying until it was played back on the episode. Like I said, you flip the switch to fight. It's talking's out of the word. There's no other words about to say we're ready to fight. And then it was everyone kind of just paused and was like, "What the hell did you just say?" But I didn't even register what he was saying because the mindset that I was in. But
everyone else looked confused. You looked angry.
Well, I didn't even know what he said or what went on. But everyone else was like, and then it played back, and I was like, "That's what he said." I'm like, "Man, I always have clean underwear on."
Last thing, and I'll let you go here, actually. I see you riding a lot of motorcycles in your time off in between camps. Tell me what riding has sort of brought into your life.
Oh, man, I've always been passionate about, 2 wheels. Family's long-time advocates of, Harleys and Indians and just riding, dirt bikes, whatever. So for me, I get on that bike and I just kind of come one with the bike. It's calming. It's settling, I try to ride a lot. Gives me that clear space of just me and the bike, open road, fresh wind in your face. So yeah, I truly enjoy riding, but also building the bikes up, working on them. You have more found love and respect and just more honor riding the bike that you worked on and you put together. So No Love Cycles, we've been pumping out some parts, pumping out some bikes. We're doing some giveaway. We got a next 1990 FXR giveaway we're getting ready to do. It's almost done, complete. So make sure to check that out on the socials, and it'll be a No Love Cycles bike, second giveaway we're doing. So we're excited for that.
Cody No Love Garbrandt back in the octagon this Saturday. Always a show when you're there, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.